Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiana with StoreyHausBooks as usual. So, we are on, I believe this is part 12. Sorry I have been absent. Well, what should I tell you? I mean, I can tell you anything, but, I just had a lot going on, and I'm really sorry. I just haven't had the motivation or the time really, and I've been sick, I've been injured with the things that have been going on, and a lot of pain. So anyway, I'm back and gonna get started filming again. And what we're going to start with is, what's that? There's glue on there. Starting on this next part here. So part 12, right? All right, so let's get started here. Tonight we are going to work on the file folders inside of here in panel 4. So we're going to put file folders here. I'm actually going to make them kind of more like pockets or file, they're going to be file folders, pockets, either way. We're going to stack those here. On top of those, we're going to put some specimen slides, and we're going to use a die cut for that. And then we're going to actually put some specimen slides in there, in the tucks. And then we're also going to put some mini pockets on top of that. So, we've got a lot to do. So let's get started. Over here, I haven't decided what we're going to do yet. I think I'm going to do some more specimen slides. I'm not really sure. Like I said, this is extra. This wasn't in the original one that this is based on, right? Speaking of which, we're also going to be adding to these intro panels as well. I'm thinking we're going to be doing, as I've got enough room here to do flip-ups, the long flip-ups here, and even something here. Because if you look, I made this one a little bit bigger as far as width. We've got plenty of room to add. Now, I'm going to try to be careful, because we need to start making the ephemera. I don't want it to get to add so much that once we start putting the ephemera in, the tags and the cards, that it gets, too big, which is I tend to do, right? So let's start with this. And I really want to use this. This is a prototype of this one thing I made. It's a specimen slide, or specimen, slide, but I put gears in it, and how cute is that? It's like kind of steampunky, but I thought it was super cute. I used it in one of my new projects that I think I'm gonna have to show you guys here, because it's super cool. And I finally finished the structure of it. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the binding yet, but I really want to show it to you guys. It's so freaking cool. So, anywho, yeah. Let's get started on this stuff. We got a lot to do, and I want to get this thing done, right? Alright, so let's start on the file folders. Now, you can use the die, but we're kind of wide here. So the Tim Holtz die, I don't think is long enough. I'm pretty sure it's not. I might be wrong. It might be just wide enough if we wanted to use the die, but I kind of want it to go a little bit wider, so we're going to do them by hand, yeah? So let's put this away for now. Oh, did I get the slide dies? Did I? I did, okay. So we're going to do them by hand. So let's pick the paper first, right? And then, let's see, let me grab my handy dandy measuring tape so we know how much room we have to work with, right? We always need to know that. And we'll see if we can put either 3 or 4 of those on here. So I'm thinking, and by the way, if you're wondering what all this is, cuts, all over my thumbs. Yeah, I am the bumbling around with the sharpness and getting myself injured lately. Anywho, I want the file folders to go, not into the fold, which is right here, right? The gusset there. Uh-oh, what's that? Let's fix that right now. So it has a piece coming apart there. No big deal. Don't panic. Just glue it back down, right? And down it goes. Yeah. So, back to what I was saying. I want the file folders to come all the way across. Well, get back in there, darn it. To come all the way across. So there's the one fold here, that's the other fold there. So I think we're going to go edge to edge of this background paper. Or do I want the background paper to show? I kind of do. If I go edge to edge, then we're going to lose the whole thing, right? what do I want to do? And I think I might be able to get 4 in here. So let's see what we got as far as width to work with. We've got, let's just say 5 inches, right? Because I don't want it to go, I don't think I want it to go edge to edge. I want to have a little bit of the background to show. So let's say 5 wide, right? And then we have, let's just say 9 1/4, right? Let's just say 9. All right, so if we do 4, right? They can only be, let's see, 8 1/4. I'm sorry, 2 1/4 tall, and that's only that much. So if we did, ooh, that's not a lot at all. If we did 2 by, just for giggles, I'm gonna see what that would look like. I'm gonna use this. So if we did, we got 5 to work with, right? So if I did it at 4 3/4, let's say that 4 3/4. So that's just basically the width of this Post-it, almost. Put about there. And then 2 1/4 tall, which is only like that. Just for giggles, I want to cut this out just to see what it looks like. I can already tell you, I don't think I'm gonna like that. I think it's gonna be too shallow for me. Because then we've got to cut the tab, and that's gonna cut off even more, right? So that's the piece we're gonna work with, and then we cut off the tab, and now we're working with this. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's way too shallow. Okay, we're going with 3. All right. All right, we're going with 3. Okie dokie. I think that these actually will work for what I want then. Since we don't want to go edge to edge. I want some of that background paper to show, right? And we've got 1, 2, and then 3. So yeah, let's go ahead and use the die, okay? If you don't have the die, all right, you're looking to cut your paper at 4 1/2 wide, okay? And then from the top of the tab to the bottom, 6. So 4 1/2 by 6, okay? So if you're going to do these by hand, right, you're going to cut your paper at 4 1/2 by 6, okay? And that's for the file folder. All right, go ahead and get those measurements down for yourselves, okay? And if you want, I guess I could do one by hand as well. I don't see why not. I'll just use some scrap paper instead. All right, did you get the measurements here? You got it, 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 you got it? All right, good. Moving on. All right, we still have to pick the papers. Let's do that. All right. Papers, 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 papers. I am about out of Fabri-Tac, y'all. And if I ordered it today, I'm not going to get it till the 9th. You kidding me right now? So I got to go hunt for it. I don't know if Michael's has it. I think Walmart might have the small bottles, but they're so friggin' expensive. The one I get on Amazon, I get 2 bottles, the 2 8-ounce bottles for $19.99. But if I do it, I've got to wait until friggin' the 9th of February. So that's what? A week from this coming Monday. And I've got like this much left. Look at this. I got that much left. That's it. That's all I got. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, let's pick some papers before I have a panic attack. All right. Since we've been working on this, I'm not sure what we've used. So, I'm going to kind of guess. Let's do, I like this one. Have a fire kind of deal thing happen. I know we've used that one. Pretty sure we've used this one. I know we've used that one. And that one. I don't think we've used that one yet, but I don't know if that really goes. Why don't we do this? You want to go muted, maybe? And do that one. This one. Oh, that's cool. I know we've used that one. Pretty sure we have. But I really don't mind double using things. That's why I have scraps. reuse my scraps all the time. And we have used that black one, by the way. Irritating. Okay. So I'm going to do that one just because I like it. But it also doesn't really go with what we've got going on over here. So let's kind of keep in the same color family, yeah? That's this one right here. Whew, that is bright. Nope. Exactly the same. Can't use that one. Nope. Maybe. Is that the same one as this? I really think that's a lot of red. We can use this, but use a different part of it. Like this side. And then go with that. And then this. I think is what I want. That's a lot of the same color. I think I'd rather take this one out, that one in, and I want a yellow or something. Like that. We just use this over here, but we could use a different part of it. Like that. That. This. Well, I still want to, that doesn't go with that pixelation there, though. Instead of pixelated. Something pixelated. I know I've got something over here. Something. Ooh, what about this one? And use this edge. So let's do this, and that, I think. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm not gonna overthink this. I'm already doing it. Okay, let's go with that. Is there anything else over here that I'm missing? By chance? What is this? So, ooh, I like that. And I know we've used that already. I know we have. Okay, that's more stuff underneath there. Let's see, do I have any more that I'm missing? Oh, look at you. Found that. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm stopping. Alright, we're gonna make some file folders out of these three. And I will cut one of them by hand with some scrap paper, but we'll use the die for these three, yeah? Okay. Let's close this up. Put that right there. And that right there. Let me see here how much time we got going on. 13 minutes. Okay. What did I do with the die? It's not in here. Y'all. Oh my god. I'm such a doofus. I bet you it's over here under this pile of stuff. Alright, I'm going to have to pause and find my darn die. I don't know what I flippin' did with it. It's right in front of my freaking face. Right here. Jiminy Christmas. Alright, let's find my big shot here. Alright, so I want them to be pixelated like this, so we're going to do like so. I think I want to do them this way just because I want some of that blue. Alright. That way, and that way, I think. Yeah, that way. Okay, so, alrighty, let's undo this thing here. And we're going to have to cut these because they will not fit in my big shot. I just realized that. So, they can't be any wider than 6. I believe that's the width there. Let me grab my new paper trimmer here. Move you over just a bit. I'm still on the fence about this Tim Holtz tonic paper trimmer. Why is it? Oh, it's right. This is that. Okay. So if I want it this way, I'm gonna have to cut off that much. So let's cut off this way. All right, let's cut off that much. I feel like it cuts it crooked, but it's fine, right? Yeah, that works. Okay. Next one, we're gonna cut this way. 6. That way. And this one we want this way, right? Or are you going to that? Oh, flippity, 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 flippity. I want it this way, right? Cheesy crazy. I want it that way. Okay. Get in there, please. I want this part. So let's put this way. And put these in the scrap pile. Yeah. Okay. Now you can cut this. I can tell you my other paper trimmer, my Fisker, is the big fancy rotary one that I got at Joann's for $50 because the box was open. You know, normally costs about $130, I think it is. Anyway, I feel like it's cutting everything kind of cockeyed, and I don't know what it is. If one of the rails is bent or what, but everything seems to be coming out like this, right? I don't know if it's me or what, but it's just freaking annoying. All right, I want this part up here, so I'm not going to tape it. Now, you can't take this down so it doesn't move. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to hope it doesn't move. And in we go, yeah? Okay. It's about time for me to get some new plates, I believe. Oh, is that not secured? It is not. Look at that. That side is not secured. Get back in there. Is it locked? Excuse my head, y'all. There it goes. Now it's locked in there. Alright, there's one folder there. Next, I said I wanted this top part here. So I'm going to lay my die at that top part where I want. Yeah. Okay. Let's go at the top part here. And oop, that looks crooked. Let's see if I can get some of that blue in there. Alright. Carefully lay that down. Did it move? It sure did. Damn it. Excuse my language. You know what? If I was smart, I would tape this down. But I am not smart today. Here we go. Okay, in we go. Oh, God. I definitely got to get a new plate. It's going to snap on me any second. I know it. There we go. Okay, so our next one. And then one more here. And I'd really like to get some of that blue, so I'm going to put this down here for this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's put the plate on there. Hopefully it doesn't move. There we go. Perfect. That noise. Here we go. And there's a third one, right? Okay. Let's put all this back together, get it out of the way. Alrighty then. Okay, let's go ahead and fold these down on the score line here. Where is that mark? There it is. And we are going to put gussets on these because I don't want anything falling out of it, yeah? Okay, so we'll put gussets inside of here. We'll use the scraps to do that. We could have made these as pockets, gusseted pockets, but we didn't. We just used the die. But we can practice our gussets and whatnot, right? Okay. So let's make sure that these fit the way we want. All right, I think I'm gonna go with this one here, and this one here. Yeah. So let me actually use my tool and give these guys a nice creasing here, so they're a little flatter. All right, so we're gonna go here and here. We're gonna stagger them. Yep, we are. And one down here. So if I do that, I might actually let it stick out the top a little bit. I don't mind that at all. And this one can go here. And then this one would go here. Yeah? Yeah. Good. I like it. I think that will work. That one stick out the top a little bit, then they don't overlap, right? It's a little too much at the top though. I don't mind if they overlap a little bit at the tab though either. So let's do that. We'll let them overlap right here at the tabs, yeah? Which is totally fine. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do there. Let me put this die back up before I lose it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do our gussets, and then we can attach these and put some hardware on those as well. I'm going to take a little break here. I will be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's StoreyHausBooks. It's Tiana as usual. So, what are we doing tonight? Well, we're going to work on part 12. Okay. This is the continuation of part 12. I filmed a little bit of it last week, but we're going to continue on this and see how far we can get. So we're going to continue on panel 4. Last time we met, in the first part, we were working on these file folders and tabs and whatnot. So let's keep doing that. We got 3 file folders here that are going to go like this. So the next steps here are going to ink it, sew them, put some eyelets on them, and then we're going to cut some slides and more stuff that's going to go on top. Yeah? And probably some gussets too, as well, I think. Alright, so let's move along. Lots and lots to do. Okay. Let's ink these real quick like. So it is Friday. Can you guys believe it? 2 weeks in a row I filmed. So now that I'm not working that second job anymore, and I'm not in excruciating pain, I'm still hurt, but I'm able to film a little bit more, so that's good. Okay. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to the to our lap book that we've been working on for like ever, right? Get that thing finished. Okay, so I'm using Tim Holtz, of course, distressed ink and black soot, in case you're wondering if you're just joining us and are new. Okay, and FYI, I always store my ink upside down, by the way, just let gravity do the work, right? Okay, so we got these. I think we're going to sew these next and then put some gussets on them, okay? Let me pause while I go do the sewing. I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, and we're back. I just went ahead and did the stitching on the file folders right here. Just on the front parts, of course. Right there, there, and there. Alright, so let's put some gussets on these, yeah? Let's get you grab some scrap paper here. Let's see what we got here. Alright, I just grabbed a handful from my Tim Holtz scrap drawer. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put, well, not gussets, because they're not going to go in here. They're going to actually go on the outside. Or maybe we should put them on the inside. Let's do that. We're going to put the gussets on the inside here. So what we need are 2.5 inch by 1/2 inch strips. Yeah? And it doesn't matter what the color is because nobody's going to see it. Alright? So let me grab my small paper trimmer here. What did I say? 2.5 by 1/2 inch, right. Okay, where's 2 1/2? 2. That's 2 1/2, I think, right there. I think it's kind of hard to see these numbers on this paper, on this trimmer. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it right there. I think. Yeah. Okay. I need to straighten this line real quick right here. It's 2 1/2, then we need 1/2 inch strips, right? That's 1/2 inch right there. Let's do 3/4. Inch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. Alright, that's fine. That's 1, 2. We'll need 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So another 2 1/2 inch strip. 2 1/2. I think it's right there. Yep. It doesn't have to be exactly 1/2 inch. I mean, just, you know, whatever. You do it just with your scissors. Here we go. Okay. Put these back in the drawer. Alright. So what you're going to do is you can either use your scoreboard or not. I am, just because I don't want the paper to crack, right? Where is my little tool? There it is. So I'm just going to take each strip and just, you know, score it in half, yeah? And I'm just eyeballing it. Here we go. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Once you've done that, we're just going to attach them to the file folders, yeah? So, go ahead and fold your, at the, fold them in half, yeah? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to give them a nice, good burnish here with your tool. Just make sure I'm in frame here. Am I in frame? Pretty much. Close enough. So again, I'm have on the other side of my craft room, so my daughter has enough room to work on her art project over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got work too many. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the Fabri-Tac because we got a thread here. And art glitter doesn't work so well on threading. Yep. And we're just going to glue one side here, or both sides, and just put it on the edge here. Then we'll glue the other side, and that gives us a little gusset, right? So what I'm also going to do is miter the top portion of this. So I'm going to go from here to here. Just to make sure that you can't see that there, yeah? Actually, goes on the side. Right? Did I do that right? No, I didn't do that right. On this side, duh. Okay. Alright, we're just going to glue that down real quick. And again, I like to spread my glue out on the surface there. Kind of think it helps catch a little bit quicker. I'm going to bring it all the way to the edge there, down into the fold. And give that a nice squeeze there. Here we go. Okay. Grab another one here. And we're going to glue this one down as well. So we're just basically rinse and repeat on all 3 file folders, yeah? Okay. Let's bring that to the edge there, and then down into the fold. As close to the edge as you can without coming out. Stick it out there, right? Alright, then just glue the other side and close it up, right? Okay, come on over here. Let's stick it out a little too far. There we go. And there we go. Yeah? So squeeze that, and then we're going to let that dry before we start futzing with it. Alright. And like I said, just rinse and repeat. Oops. Okie doke. I know this is riveting stuff that you guys are watching right now, but please feel free to fast forward through this. I know it's not very exciting, but necessary. Alright, into the fold there, to the edge, and press that down. Yeah. Okay. Stick out just a little bit there. Okay. Just making sure we're coming up to the edge and not sticking out, and we're not impeding the fold of the file folder there. Okay. That's 2. Alright. This one is dry. Give that a little squeeze in. Alright, one more time. Alright. Oop. Got that way too far up out of there, didn't I? Alright, last one here. Okay. Alrighty. Now we'll just glue this flap down and we are done here. And don't worry about the seepage. You can always use your glue eraser to get rid of that. No big whoop, right? I just flipped my mat over to the clean side today and it's already getting dirty. Okay. There you go. Okay. Let me do a little wipe down here real quick. Here. Alrighty, next part here. We are going to cut some slides for the pocket, or the tuck rather, on the front. And we're going to tuck slides inside of those tucks, right? So I've got my die cuts here. I'm going to use the Tim Holtz one, I believe. I changed my mind, but that's what I used in the other one. So I used this one in the original grunge folder, right? But I'm thinking about using the bigger one. So I've got a larger one here. I do not remember where I got it, you guys. I think I got it from Team. I'm not sure. I think this is too big, though. Yeah, just a hair too big. If I did it this way. Still too big. Okay. We're going to go with the Tim Holtz die. I got one other one here, but I think this is the one that cuts through all the way through the paper. Yeah, I think this one does. It does. Okay. Alright. I just picked 6 random sheets of paper. I didn't even look at them. I just grabbed it from my scrap drawer there. And I got some acetate that I've grunged up. So what we're going to do, I got 6 sheets here of just scrap. We're going to cut 6 slides. And then put some acetate on those, right? And make some tucks out of them. Okay. Now, if you don't have the die, don't worry about it. Just cut some squares and make tucks. No big whoop. I think I'm going to use this side, though. Yep. Just throw that on there. There we go. Now, I will say with the dies, the longer ones like this, I do put them horizontally so they don't get that bend in them. It does help. Keep them from being damaged. Ooh. Okay. That's one. All right. Number 2. Again, if you are, if I'm boring you to tears, please feel free to fast forward. I think I'm going to do it right there. Alright, that's 2. I think I will go ahead and do this off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I went ahead and cut out 6 slides. 3 of them, 3 of them are going to go on each one of these folders here, and then the other 3 are going to actually be inserts into those tucks. Yeah? And we're also going to use the cutouts from these. I grabbed some other cutouts from some other slides. These are black on the front and blank on the back, so they can write on those as well. So let's go ahead. We're going to ink these, and add some acetate to them for the windows, and attach these to the folders, right? And again, you don't have to do the tucks this way. You can just cut them out whatever style that you want. You don't have to do slides. This is just what I'm doing. Okay, almost there. And I think I've got enough scraps of that acetate to cover these windows for these slides. So let's hope I don't have to do some more. So I got some scraps here. I think I got plenty here to do these. Alright, so we're going to just fill these in here. Now I also have some of 7 Plaza's film strips that I thought about using as well. In here, what do you guys think? Let me cut the extra off here and actually see what it looks like. So something like this here. Can't get all both sides to show, but it might be cool just to have one side show. Like that. What do you guys think? It's either that or we do the distress acetate that I made. Which is this. Yeah? Let's see what I think. What I think. You do like this. No, you still can't see it. I want to see the film strip on the side a little bit. So I'm thinking kind of like let it be on the side there. Or this. Let's see. We could do both. Let's do both. We'll do both. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. For the slides that are going to go on the folders as the tucks, we're going to use the film strips. For the slides that are going to be inserted into the tuck, we're going to use these distressed scraps. Okay? So let's just pick these slides for folders here. We'll go with this one here. That one there. This one here, and that one there. Yeah? Okay. So again, with the inking, and the inside of the windows too. And be very careful not to rip your slide. I just did that earlier today and had to tape the whole thing shut. Thank God there's boo-boo tape. Thank you, Mr. Tim Holtz, for boo-boo tape. It works wonders. And it covers so many mistakes. And now watch, I'm going to rip one of my slides, I just know it. With my luck. I would not be surprised if I rip one of these things right in half. Okay, now I'm thinking about putting brads on these, so we're actually going to shut these closed. I'm also thinking about maybe not shutting them closed, leaving them open. I don't know yet. I might change my mind. Okay, so got these 3 inked, and then now I think I want to put brads on these. I've got some tiny little black ones here, if I can find them, over here in this mess. Nope. Is that it? Yep, there they are. Okay. I mean, they are super tiny, teeny tiny. Yeah, we'll use these. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put these film strips, we're going to cut these to size, yeah? And put them inside of here, right? And then we're going to put the brads. Alright, so I'm just going to do this. I want to see this side of the film strip and a little bit of this grunge here. So I'm just going to cut it right about here. And then this way. Okay, cut a little bit more off here. Just fit this one in here. I think that'll work. I have to cut a little bit more off the top here. It'll be sticking out just a little bit. And there we go. Yep, perfect. Okay. So we're going to get some art glitter glue for this. And should I put the brads in first? I wonder. I think I might. Yeah, I am. Okay, let me go grab these little tiny microscopic little brads here. I can't even remember where I got these. I want to say I got them off Amazon. Pour some into this tray here. There we go. Oh, they're even different colors. I didn't even notice they were different colors. Huh. What do you know? Okay, let's go ahead and start this here. Good lord, they're so tiny. I can't even get a good grip on them. Now, you don't have to do this either. This is not required. It's up to you. Oh my gosh, there's so little. I can't even get my fingers around the legs. Okay, now I'm going to want to actually turn the legs so they're at 90-degree angles here. So they're not poking out the sides, yeah? Oh my lord. Okay, this is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Okay. Then I'm going to take actually one of my awls here, and I'm just going to flatten this out. Okay. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to rinse and repeat here on all four corners here. On these, on the slides that are actually going on the file folders, not the other ones. Gosh darn it! Come on. I can't get the legs apart. Gosh darn it! Come on now. There we go. Okay, okie dokie. Oh my god, these things are so hard to handle. Okay, there we go. Good lord. Okay, just gonna kick these legs over like that. Alright, I think I may just do two. Do I have to do four? Yeah, my ADHD is demanding it right now. Wrong color, because that's brown. Black ones here. Ugh. I really wish I would be okay with doing two. Because now we gotta do 8 more of these. When I edit this, I'm gonna fast forward through this part. Oh my god. Or I'm gonna take this off camera and do it. And not force you guys to watch this painful process here. Oh my god. Here we go. Oh man. What a pain in the ass. Oh, you serious? Yes, I did. I just knocked over my tray and sent all the little tiny microscopic brads flying. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Alright. Let's get these legs straight here. It's about to come through that hole. It's so tiny. Okay. One more and then I'm going to spare you guys the torture. I'll do the rest off camera. Or I'll just do it on camera to speed this up later. Oh my god. Alright, almost there. Okay. That's one. And that one came right through, didn't it? Sure did. Let's see, that one with a little bit larger head here. If this one pops through too, then I'm gonna have to use my enamel dots instead. It looks like puffy paint when you use it, but it dries hard like enamel. So I think, yep, I'm gonna have to use that instead. Okay, no big deal. No big whoop. We'll just adjust. Okay, so let's grab our acetate here. Now, if you don't have acetate, you can use packing material like clear plastic or whatever. Works just the same. Okay, that works. All right, I'm going to glue that down with some art glitter glue. No, you don't need much, seriously. So be careful. Okay. Yep, that's what I wanted. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Yes, I said it. Cool beans, y'all. Cool beans. My daughter does not like that at all. Okay, so these are going to be closed, and they are going to go on top of here. I think this one's going to go here. Yep. These are going to be tucks, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and close these up, glue these closed. Alrighty then, here we go. Okie dokie, here we go, it's one tuck. It's a lot of work for one tuck, right? Okay, a little bit more glue in here. Alrighty, so this is going to go right here as a tuck. I'm going to put that there. So as a tuck, we're only going to put, good lord, put glue on two sides here, there and there. Place that right there, yeah? Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Let's give that a minute to catch there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do the other two. I'm going to speed this section up. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Maybe not. Because I don't have any more space on my OneDrive to be able to use my editing tool. So I may not be able to speed this up. So, I may just do this off camera. To spare you guys. Now, I know a lot of you guys always tell me you like to see everything from beginning to end, and you like everything. You don't like me to skip parts or do things off camera, but this is torture, and I'm the one doing it. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to do these other two real quick, and then we'll attach them. Okay, my daughter informed me that I cannot do that to you guys, so we're going to do all this together. We're going to suffer together. Okay. Make sure this fits here, and it does. While I'm doing that, before I do that, I'm going to grab my Ranger, what he calls enamel dots here, or enamel accents rather, and fill that hole in. So this is what they are here. This is by Ranger enamel accents. It reminds me of puffy paint, seriously. If I get this to come out, come on. Let me do a test one here real quick, get the air out of it. Yeah, it's stuck. Oops, sorry guys. I didn't mean to hit the camera. It's stuck. I need to get something to go in there. Let me try a stick pin here. There we go. See if that works. Nope. That'll work just enough. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put this in this little hole here. And once it dries, it'll look just like a brad. It's stopped up. I'm afraid to squeeze it too hard. There we go. Come on. It's something stuck in there. Let me see if we can get it come out now. Nope, it's still stuck. Dang it. Come on. I'm making a mess on my fingers now. Here we go. And there we go, like that. There. Okay, let me put this up here. So anyway, when that dries, it'll look just like the brad head. So, move that over here to dry. And I'm going to get a little handy wipe here to wipe off all this flipping ink on my fingers. It'll come off. Okay, moving on. Alright, let's do this here. That'll fit there. Alright, let's grab some more brads and do this again. You know what? We are not going to use those. We're going to use that enamel dot deal. That was just torture. I can't do that again, y'all. Not while I'm filming. I just can't do it to you. Cannot, will not, not gonna. Alright. Let's grab them all here. Actually, I'm not doing that with those. I'm just doing these two. Alright, let's go ahead and put the, this time we're going to put the acetate in first. And then we'll glue it shut, and then we'll do the enamel dots, yeah? Okay. I'm already done. Let's see if we can do this without messing it up. Alright. Did it okay there? Cool beans. Got a little bit of glue on the acetate here, so let me see if I can rub it off here real quick. There we go. Cool. Alright. Now, we're going to go ahead and glue this shut, and then we'll put the enamel dots on there. There we go. That was much faster. Alright, let me see if I can get this thing cleared out. Here we go. Now it's coming out. Alright, so I'm just going to squeeze this into these holes here. Like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let that one dry. Oh no! Oh, are you serious? Oh God. It got stuck on my finger and flipped over as I was dropping it down to dry. Ugh. It's not that bad. Not that, but that much damage. So let me try this again. Oh my God, I swear. If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Alright, let me try this again very carefully. Okay. Jeezy crazy. Alright. One more time here. I'm so sorry. I think I'm really boring tonight. What do you think, Lana Bear? That's my daughter.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
I'm boring myself to death.
I don't have a frame of reference for what you're doing. but it looks cool from my perspective.
That's my kiddo, y'all. She's great.
Covered in glue.
We're both covered in glue, don't we? She's doing paper mache on her costume head right now, so she's got glue everywhere. Alrighty, yes, that'll work right there. So we got a little bit of the film strip on the side and a little bit of the grunge on the other side, yeah? This should fit just fine, I think. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Alright. Okay, let's see if I can do this carefully here. Probably not. Oh, almost did it the wrong way. Jeez, God. Okay, let's do this right here. Get that straight. Make sure that's straight-ish. Alright, we're good. And then we're just going to spread out the glue. And then we're going to glue it shut. And there we go. Okay. Now, again, we're rinsing and repeating, yes. Going to grab the Ranger enamel dots and make us some faux brads, right? Ouch. I just stabbed myself with a pen. Okie dokie. Let's try that again with this one. There we go. One here. One there. And one right here. Let's make these match in size. Might be a good idea. A little bit more on this one. There we go. What do you guys think? Yeah? Okay. Let me wipe this off. Okay. And we'll set this one off to dry as well. Hopefully I don't flip it over. We shall see. Alrighty, sit there. Okay. Alright, so while that's drying, we're going to go ahead and add the acetate to these three. The different acetate, the other acetate we're going to use, the distressed one that I made. And I've got some scraps here that we will use. Yeah? Okay, some more scrap over here. So, I really like this one. But I want them to kind of match. So, I guess we're going to have to use... That's a good one right there. Look at that one. That would get pretty good. I think we use this one. Okie dokie. Let's just go in here. What we're going to do is... What are we going to do? You know what? Since I'm going to leave these open for actually for somebody else to use, we don't even have to do that. You know what? But we're gonna. Are we? I can't make up my mind. Da, 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 da. Nope, we're not going to. We will include this in the ephemera bag that I always send out with my folios when somebody buys one. So we will just put these into the tucks, yeah? And they will have their own slides that they can make however they want. Okay, that's that. So while those are drying, I'm going to do a little tidy up, and I will be right back.